you're grounded for 2 weeks. I've been hearing this sentence quite often since I started playing my violin in the fall of 2004. I have to practice for 1 hour each day, and on that one day, when you're exhausted and would love nothing more than to crash on the couch with a movie, this can seem almost painful. Honorable judges, students, and teachers, my speech today is on the good things and bad things about playing the violin. When I started grade 1, my mom came up to me and said, "Sasha, you're going to learn to play an instrument. Which one do you want to play?" I thought about this for about 2 seconds and said, "The violin." So, 2 weeks later, I had my first lesson with a wonderful woman named Grace. On the way to the music school, I fantasized about walking out of my first lesson, being capable of playing the most complicated music. I walked in, greeted her, and sat down. But instead of telling me to open my violin case, she handed me a pencil and said, "Hold it." I held it like anyone else would. She then told me to hold it like I would hold my violin bow. I had no idea what to do. So she showed me how. And by the end of my first lesson, I could hold my bow semi-correctly. I was slightly discouraged, but I was small and feisty, and I was still very enthusiastic about learning to play the violin. The next day, I practiced holding my bow and holding my violin. But I hadn't actually made my first note yet. I was starting to think that this wasn't the greatest idea, but it was too late. My mom's long reign of oppression had started, and there was no stopping it. By the third day, the age of constant whining began. "Sasha, violin time!" "Aw, come on, Mom! I hate the violin!" "Sasha, you have to practice for half an hour each day. No ifs, ands, or buts." "Oh, come on! It's not fair!" This routine went on fairly consistently for about 2 years, until I was 8 1/2, when she extended the practice time to 45 minutes, which did not impress me one bit. "All right, Sasha, from now on you'll practice for 45 minutes each day, all right?" "What? Are you crazy? I can't practice for that long. My brain will freeze." But she wouldn't budge. I practiced for 45 minutes from that day forward. When I turned 10, I switched teachers. I was introduced to Richard, a man in his 30s who had been playing violin since he was 14. He was a lot stricter, and stricter teachers make you do more work, which, as you might guess, did not impress me at all. "Mom, this guy, so dumb. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Maybe you don't like him because he makes you work harder." That was spot on, but I would never admit it. Practicing my violin is like running and rolling hills. I practice constantly on something, which is difficult and tiring, until I reach the top, where I get a feeling of gratification and pride, because I know that I just accomplished something that seemed so impossible at first. And every time I reach the top of those imaginary hills, I feel that I can do anything in the world if I just slowly but surely work away at it. It almost feels like a strange sort of magic. Today, I'm still under Richard's wing, and my practices and lessons are 1 hour each. I've built up a little bit of maturity, so the whining has gone from 5 days a week to about twice a week, which pleases my mom much more. And here's where all those grueling hours of practicing cast in. Right now, I'm at that point where I'm quite good at the violin, and I'm still very cute. I can go to 12 on a busy Saturday morning and play Celtic music for about 40 minutes, and I will make over $100, no joke. This summer, I traveled to Guelph 3 times, and I made over $400. I donated $100 to Greenpeace. After all is said and done, I am grateful to my mom for driving me to my weekly lessons, for buying my violin, but most of all, for not giving up and letting me quit. My ability to play the violin earns me money, improves my ability to do well in